guys, it's Cindycraft here, and today here is part 2. Well, half of it, not yet. Oh, so-called part chapter 1, I think. Let me check. Yeah, almost. We just is like a report or something, and then stop my rambling, and let's begin. Actually, let me change this first. I need to set the mood. Okay, there we go. A parish village in England was a fine town in its day. Many wealthy people enjoyed having homes there, though the more common residents were of lower class. The village was burned to the ground in 1734. All of the population mysteriously gone. There were no human limbs to be salvaged from the remains of buildings. It was an odd thing finding nothing among a well-populated area. Even back then, the land was completely scorched black and had never grown back to be green. Nobody will risk rebuilding on the site because many claim it was haunted and will curse anyone who dares to disturb it. Even now in the 21st century, we do not know what has happened to the village, and some fear we may never know the truth behind the unspeakable fall of such great town. William A. Johnson, historian, 2006. Chapter 1. Edison, Ohio, present day. The tall, lengthy man lumbered toward her. He resembled a tree with many branches. She wanted to scream out in fear as he came near her. All around her were unpleasant screams as she watched her town burn before her eyes. A stream of agony came over her as she tried to crawl away from the man's unwilling gaze. Somehow he held her in place, though. She couldn't move, even as she turned her head and stared into the glazing and blinking eyes of her younger brother. He was only 5 years of age. And she was certain he was dead now. Dead because whoever this man was, she knew someone deep in her bones that this horrific man had caused this mess. He had set fire to her home and probably even relished in the frantic scream of the families trying to save each other. Her brother's limp arms tangled above his head and were bent in unnatural ways. He had died in misery, and his natural fair hair was turned to sickish gray-brown from the ashes and soot that covered him, and it was matted to his head with his own blood. She bit back tears as she took in her beloved brother. She did not know where her parents were, but at the moment it didn't matter. She knew they were most likely dead. She stood up despite the sharp pain protest in her left leg. She figured she must have snapped it when she fell to the ground, trying to run from the men who had destroyed everything. But now she was standing. She tried to throw her shoulders back and look furious. She knew that she was going to die, but she would not die without a fight. She glared in the direction of the putrid man. Please correct me if I'm wrong. She was known for this look when she was angry, and was well aware that it had imitated the quarterback of the football team just weeks before this. He was nearly in front of her, his feet almost flush with her own. He stood a good 6 yards taller than her. "Who are you?" she yelled. "Who are you?" She yelled up. She yelled up at the man's pale features face. "What do you want?" He crooked his head to the side, as if he had heard something to his right. Then his gigantic face looked straight at her. "And who are you, my precious little dove?" He had clearly spoken directly to her mind. This frightened and made a chill spread deep into her bones. "You should not be left alone, so defenseless. Who will save you now?" He continued in her mind. The voice was like nails on a chalkboard. "You're a sick bastard. Why would you do this?" She demanded of the beastly thing before her. "You sing a brave song, little dove. But why do you sing such a song? Songs aren't entirely from the heart, just meaningless words that are trying to make someone else feel. Are you trying to make me feel something, Dove?" "I'm trying to make you feel the hatred I feel for you," she spat at him. His slow chuckle came from him. His low chuckle came from him. How he found humor in this she did not know. "Oh, little dove, I think I'll keep you for a while. You entertain me so." She was about to ask what on earth he was talking about, but her brain couldn't think straight anymore. She was aware of a groggy feeling spreading through her. She commanded her eyelids not to shut, but they closed against her will. She fell on the ground with a thud. That'll be all for now, guys. Sorry for my starting, and please tell me if I spell something wrong or read something wrong, because I do not know this grammar. And sorry if you did this, and but please fix your grammar. Yeah. Thank you again, guys. Hope you like this story, and see you guys next time. Bye. Sorry.